Okay, good day everyone. Yeah, so you'd I believe you'd have downloaded the Adobe Photoshop, the 2020 version. So once you open it, you install it and you open it, this is the canvas that it's going to bring out. I previously had some edited project on it, but I think it's cleared out, so it's fine. If you're opening it new, this is the canvas that you will get. So you can decide to open existing project. Let's go to my existing project. Okay, you can decide to open existing project. Trying to look for some edited. Yeah, so let's say you want to open this, for example. You can decide to open an existing project. Exactly. So you can decide to open an existing project already, or you can also decide to create new projects. So once you create new projects, you will see the recent ones that you've used. You will see saved. I don't have any saved. You will see photos. These are the default ones they have. You will see for print. Then you will see for art and illustration, for web, for mobile, for film and video. So Adobe Photoshop is very versatile. It has different, categories. But what I majorly use is the recent. I have different ones that I've used over time. So I've done it in 1080 and 1350, 1080 by 1350, which is for Instagram portraits. So I've done a lot of like canvas shapes. So this is the one I use most frequently, 2560 by 2560, and I always leave my resolution in 300. But if you know that you don't have like storage capacity on your system, you can do 100, but I leave my resolution at 300. And then the pixels, it's if you go into this part fresh, it's going to either put it in inches or millimeters, so you have to change it to pixels. Always leave it in pixels. The orientation should be in portrait, then the width and the height depending on what you want to do. If you want to do Instagram square shape, you can do 1080p to 1080p, and then you also leave this one in inches, pixels slash inches. So the other things I think will be automatically put there. So I'm doing 25 by 60, 25 by 60. You can do 1080p, 1080p if you are doing Instagram post or TikTok post. So you click on create, and then you have your new canvas. You have your new canvas. So I'm going to be showing you all of this, like what it means. So on the top here, the topmost part, we have the menu bar where you have the file. We have this Photoshop logo where you can see, you can minimize, maximize the entire canvas. We have the file where we have new, can create new from here as well. You have open when you want to open existing file. Then you have browse in the bridge option has, and just explore all of these things. And when you want to save, this is where you first of all come to save as. And let's save this for example now. Save as, you save to your computer. You save to your computer and you save it as, let's say, I'm going to save this as class file 1. Okay, so you have the option to either save it as Photoshop version that can be edited within Photoshop. This is the version that can be edited within Photoshop. That is what we are going to save it as. But you also have the option to save it as JPEG, that's image, and then as PNG as well, the ones without background. I've not saved as PNG so far, that's why you're not seeing any. So we're saving it as Photoshop editable version, then you save. So anytime, now that it is saved, anytime you want to anytime you add another feature, or like you want to save it again after you are done with your work, just press Ctrl S and you will be able to save it even after like you have done additional work on it. So we have the menu bar, like I said, where we have the file. We have a lot of icons there. We have edit. We have edit. Under edit, we also have a lot of concepts there as well. Then we have image. Under image, we have mode adjustment. I'm going to be uploading an image, so we'll see how we're going to use this adjustment mode. Although if you want to edit it, you can either go to this adjustment mode and edit it one by one. You edit the hue, saturation, vibrance, and all of that, or I'll show you another method you can use to edit as well. Yeah, so if you want to check for, maybe you want to like model another flyer and you want to check the canvas size or the image size, you come to image and then you see canvas size. So the canvas size for this is 250 2560 like I did at the beginning. So this is where you will see the canvas size of the image of the flyer or the stuff you want to model. Yeah, so we have layers too. Layers are basically this side of the interface is the layers. As you can see, it has been labeled layers. So if you want to control a bit more of it, this is where you go to. Although some of those features are already here, some of those properties are already here, so that is where you go to. Then we have the type as well. I think this is also dealing with the font and all of that. It's also dealing with the font. If you want to rasterize the type layer, if you want to add some touches to it, preview the font size, add some effects to it and all of that, that's where you go to that side. Then the select area is also there. Then we have the filter. The filter comes with a lot of effects that you can add to an image that is added to the canvas. So we have the blur, the Gaussian blur and the motion blur are the ones that we most majorly use, but you can explore. We have the 3D layer. I've not really worked with the 3D layer, but then we have it, you can explore it. Then we also have the view, and then we have the windows. Windows is where you get almost all the properties that you need. All the properties that you need for character, for text, adjustment. You have all the properties that you will need. And if you want to add a property to the panel side, you just bring it out and then add the character has been added like this. So that is how you add the panel side. So um yeah, then we have the help. If you need anything, tutorials, there are tutorials there that you can also go through to better understand how to work with the tools that are within the interface. Then after the topmost menu bar, we have the property bar. The property bar is going to it is dependent on the tool that you select. Can you see that as you select a tool, the property bar changes depending on the tool that you select. The property bar changes depending on the tool that you select. So it is to show the features and the properties, the things you can press to switch things up for whatever tool that you select. Yeah, so after the property bar, we have the title bar. And for this, for example, now that I just named, it was untitled before. So when you save it, you add the name, then the title bar will actually show up. So the title bar is actually to name whatever active file that is being uploaded to the canvas. So this one now was named AMPA3, as you can see, and this one is named class file because this is where we are going to be working for the day. So now we have the two bars, the two layers. So we have a lot of tools right here. I will try my best to at least mention what everything does, and the ones that I've worked with, I would practice them for you to see how to work with them as well. So I'll be uploading an image. When you want to upload an image, make sure that your file explorer is opened so that okay, so you just drag and drop the image or whatever it is that you want to upload into whatever it is that you want to upload into the canvas. So when you drag and drop an image or an object into the canvas, you will see that it already has these lines where you can just adjust. You can either adjust the diagonal aspect, and if you adjust this side, yes, you just whatever it is you want. If you want it to be enlarged in a way in your adjustment, just press shift and it will be enlarged. But if you press alt and shift together, can you see the difference? Yeah, so whatever it is, whatever feature it is that you want, just press it there. Yes, so this is the image we are using. So the move tool, I'll start with the move tool. And yes, there's something we call smart object, and there's something we call a rasterized object. So if you want to be able to edit, if you see this icon here, it means it is a smart object. So let's click on this and you see that here, you see it is a smart object. So if you want to be able to edit it, you have to rasterize it. So smart object is easily movable, and also it's when you transform it. To transform, you press Ctrl T, transform. So when you transform it, you enlarge it or you reduce it, it doesn't affect the quality of the image. It doesn't affect the quality of the image. Or when the image is rasterized and you transform it, Ctrl T, and you transform it, pixelation can occur. That is, you do it multiple times. Can you see that it's beginning to become blur? It's because the image quality is very high. That is why it is not getting blur so soon. But if you um if it is a rasterized area and you do it multiple times, you begin to lose the image quality. Yeah, so that's like what I just want to like put across. So yeah, so let's undo to undo. You press Ctrl Z. Okay, so let's convert it back to smart object. So it's converted back to smart object. And if you see this icon here, you know that it is now a smart object. To transform, Ctrl C. Okay, so the move tool now, this is the move tool. This arrow here. So this arrow is called the flyout. All these pointers that are with at the end, at the edge of these tools, they are called flyouts. They are called flyouts. They are like pointers to the fact that there are other properties within the tool, the other things that you can do within the tool. So just right click and then you'll be able to see it. Right click and then you'll be able to see it. So we have the move tool, we have the artboard tool. We have the move tool and we have the artboard tool as well. We have the move tool and the artboard tool. So the move tool is basically used to move an object or an element within the canvas. So, and another thing is this object is movable because there is no lock here. We didn't lock it. So if this is locked, let's lock it for example, you won't be able to move. You will only be able to select over it. You won't be able to move the image. Can you see that the image is not movable again? So you have to unlock a layer to be able to move it. Yes, so that's it. So it's to move objects, text, anything around. So basically just to move elements. So we have this marquee tool. This marquee tool also comes a bit different. This marquee tool also comes in different. We have the elliptical marquee tool, the single row marquee, the single column, the rectangular. Let's check out the rectangular. So this is just to drag in a rectangular shape. So just to drag in a rectangular shape. So if you want to cut out a rectangular image, you can use this rectangular marquee tool. Let's add a layer mask to it and let's see. Let's add a layer mask. A layer mask is, yeah, so can you see that if you add a layer mask, it cut out the rectangular aspect that you highlighted or that you selected. So it's like a selection tool, but it is in shape form. So I want to delete the layer mask. So delete layer mask. So you see that we have the same back. So if you do the same thing for the elliptical marquee tool, so to cut out this aspect, let's add the layer mask again. Can you see it? Can you see it? So if you want to cut out an image in this version use the Marketo. So let's delete the layer mask. So that's it for the Marketo. The next tool here is the is the lasso tool. The lasso tool. So right click and you see that we have the polygonal lasso tool. We have the magnetic lasso tool. So the lasso tool is basically for freehand selection. So when you are using the lasso tool, well, my hand is a bit shaky right now, so don't stop until you have reached the end of where you are. So it's freehand selection. You can use it to cut out an image, but it's not always like the neatest cutouts that you have, because you can see that mine is just going ziggy-zaggy. So okay, that was a mistake. But even when you make mistake, you don't stop. If not, it's just going to select that place to where you stop. So it's not like the cleanest selection, but it's a freehand selection, as you can see. Yeah, so this is it. If we had the layer marks again, can you see that it's cut out? I know it's not like all the way neat, but that is what the lasso tool does. So let's delete layer marks. That is what the lasso tool does. So then we go to the quick selection tool. The quick selection tool is to make selections by you cut out the edge of the image. So the quick selection tool is also to make selection. So let's say we start here. So if you had the layer marks, can you see the way it cut out any part that is not within the selection? It will cut it out. So that is what the quick selection also does. So if you right click, you will see the quick selection, you see object selection tool, you see the magic wand tool. So let's try out the object selection tool. So if you want to select an object, it's just like the square market tool as well. So let's add the layer mask. Still loading. Yeah, so let's add the layer mask. So anything that is not within the selection will be cut out, just like you see. Yeah, so that's what the quick selection does. So we have the crop tool. Under the crop tool, we have the perspective crop tool, the slides, and all of those cropping. So this is it. It has been cropped. Okay. Let's press enter, and this is what the crop tool does. In the next tutorial, I'll continue with the rest of the tools. So stay tuned to the next tutorial. See you. Thank you. Bye.